Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is day 10 of the gesture drawing, like 60-day gesture drawing challenge by Vale. Here's his YouTube channel. He is an artist I just found, and I guess he's blowing up kind of right now, and he has really good art advice, and one of them that kind of like finally made my art journey like makes sense. He basically explained what I felt when I went through like art school and like trying to learn anatomy and like it not working, but I can kind of draw anatomy sometimes, but other times I can't, and I can't draw from my imagination. Like I've done gesture drawings before. In art school we would do them like 3 times a week. I would try and go as much as I could, and I would like draw online. I've been drawing for a long time, like um like 8 years is when I would say I started like my art journey seriously, and obviously I would take breaks here and there, but I did go to art school for like a whole year, and I even before that I went to community college and did like drawing classes and figure drawing classes in community college, so I think that also counts. um so why in my mind I was like struggling with figuring out why I still couldn't draw from imagination, or like why I was still struggling. And it's just simply because I had not drawn enough. But like, my higher brain was like, "Oh, you've been doing this for 8 years. You should know something." But um like I said, they weren't straight years and yada 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 anyway. And that just comes from practice. And the hard truth is I just need to practice more and put my ego aside, and put my nose to the grindstone, as they say. And so that's why like I really resonated with this challenge, and it makes sense. Like at first I was like, why am I putting myself through this? Like before I started watching Vale's videos, I was like, why am I putting myself through all this like stress and stuff, and like doing gesture drawings? I was like, my mindset was, I guess, like this is a waste of time, like I should just be like making artwork, and that would be practice in itself. But while I could do that, I just don't think it makes sense to do that anymore. My mindset's changed, simply put. And yeah, so we're putting down our egos, and I'm just trying to like learn and like actually like learn, so that I eventually can be able to draw the human form from my imagination. That's like the goal. And I think I can just kind of like eventually, after enough time, kind of and it's happening already. I'm only on day 10, and I'm like kind of understanding like, oh, this is how a foot looks typically. And it's just kind of strange that like already it's like starting to make more sense, especially like now that my mindset is like thinking about this more, instead of like just trying to get a pretty picture, which is what I thought art was. I'm like actually trying to understand it more. And I mean, not that like a pretty picture is like not what art is. Art is a pretty picture, but that's not like the whole goal, at least for me, to just make a pretty picture. I want to be able to understand it and like recreate it from my mind and my memory, because that just seems like a flex, I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, that's kind of the goal. And like I said earlier, with like understanding like anatomy, um like I'm learning the shortcut for like how legs look and like how a knee can look. And I'm learning for myself, I guess, my own shorthand. And like um I realized that that is like something personal that like no one else can teach you. You have to kind of like just sit down and figure it out yourself. um and I guess um I should explain like what's happening in the video. I like just to take a lot of breaks, and I also think that the recording kind of messed up. But I will admit that like sometimes I'll just like leave the screen recording and forget that I'm recording and just get distracted doing something else. And then I'm like, oh shoot, I'm recording, and I come back. So those are what those weird pauses are in the video. Sorry for that. But hopefully I'm like entertaining enough. But this is the end of the video. This was day 10. I don't remember if I mentioned that. Let me know if you like this, and you know, I'm open to suggestions for the future videos and stuff like that. So yeah, remember to hit like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.